A blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners.
Rogue Knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock my cell?
Free them to fight back with more allies.
Let's take this guy.
The dungeon labyrinth has many paths and even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
When Alex became a god, he thought he would have no problems at all. Until... He landed in the Divine Dimension and was tasked with protecting the entire multiverse.
Am I connected to every single Alex Ambrose that ever existed?
Alex could travel across dimensions, defying the laws of time and space, to help other Alexes throughout the multiverse. But then everything changed.
No! Aw!
I have to go back and save them.
But if Alex went back to the mortal world, he would relinquish all of his power and his memories.
I don't have a choice. I must go back.
When Alex returned back to Earth, he goes back to being your average business tycoon millionaire, unaware that the people he cared most about are in danger.
Someone help me!
Yvonne, what happened?
I was attacked by a monster. Alex? What's going on? Get away from him! He is my boyfriend!
Who attacked Yvonne in the forest? What will Debbie do next? Who will Alex choose between the two women? Will Alex ever remember who he was before traveling into a different multiverse? To hear what happens next and whether Alex can stop the deranged monster before he strikes again, listen to the original audio drama, Insta Millionaire Returns, only on Pocket FM. Download the app now and find out.
Presentation.
Howdy folks, welcome into tonight's coverage of the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy. It is Matt Williamson here for turn 200. No Tommy Cook here tonight, but he will be back. I believe he's going to be back tomorrow for the Venom Truck Series, but I could be wrong. He's on vacation, enjoying time away. He doesn't get too many of those here with everything we got going on, so wish him the best and hope that he is having a wonderful time there on vacation. But we are here tonight for the Frenzy, the Figure 8 Frenzy. It's back, but it's a little bit different here tonight. We are at a different racetrack. This is Slinger, which, to be honest, before we started this, I didn't even realize Slinger had a Figure 8, a Figure 8 version of this track. So this is going to be fun. MX-5s here tonight, so handle a little bit differently than all of the cars we've had previously. But all the drivers are in for one whale of a time once again. And so are you, sitting at home. Thanks for joining us. Good to be here on a Monday night. Hope that everybody enjoyed their holiday if you're here in the U.S. 4th of July was this last weekend, so hope that you all had a wonderful time. It's good to be back here on the buttons, on the sticks, and on lead commentary here for you tonight. Hope that everybody is doing well. You can see the very awkward pit road entrance and exits here. If these drivers do indeed get meatball flags and have to go to the pits, it's interesting. We'll just We'll just put it that way. We got something else we're going to do here tonight as well, since this is a little fun series, and all the drivers are out there to have fun, and it's just me on commentary. We have some questions, some trivia for the drivers tonight. Might pull some drivers up for interviews mid-race here as well. Oh my goodness. Well, if that happens, somebody's night is going to be over, and they're going to have to go to the pits and probably not recover from it. This is open queue, by the way, just 30 seconds left. Right now, Nate Siefker is at the top of our board. Big collisions coming here tonight, I have to believe. The figure 8 portion of this racetrack is very narrow, so if you have a couple of drivers fighting off of one of the corners, it gets hectic very, very quickly. If you're here hanging out and not a driver, go ahead and hop in the chat. Tell me who you're cheering on. I know a lot of our viewers are probably going to be drivers, wanting to hear all the calamity as it's happening. Stephen Thompson is going for 2 in a row here tonight. He won last week at the jump in the street stocks. And Zach Flaum looking for his second win here tonight as well. That's going to do it for open qualifying. Let's go ahead and get to your starting lineup. Here it is, folks. Week number 3 of the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy. Nate Siefker is at the top of your starting lineup. Be interesting to see how well he can hold out. Still in recovery, I believe, from his unfortunate incident some months ago, but out here looking good so far on the pole. Zach Flaum going for a second win here in the short season. He will start on the outside of Siefker. On the third row, it is the league proprietor. I shouldn't say league, maybe series proprietor. That's Dakota DeMay, the demigod. James Watson will be starting on his outside. Stephen Thompson going for 2 in a row here tonight will start in 5th. Cody Claiborne, the Choose Cone, starting in 6th. Daniel Smith will start in 7th. I believe this is Daniel's first start, I think, on turn 200 in general, not just here with the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy. So hello there to Daniel. Matt Schlosser starting in 8th. He's a familiar face. Rowan Carnarvon. I am sorry if I butcher it. They are starting in 9th. Corey Rutherford starting 10th. Peter Donchak is back here tonight as well, starting in 11th. And shout out to Lucas Ward. Oh, thanks, partner. Lucas is cheering me on. I'm going to need it without Tommy here, I can tell you that. So that's it. 11 drivers will start on the grid here tonight. A little bit of a smaller field, but a little bit of a tighter track as well. Obviously, the banking, you can tell, much different here than it is at the other racetrack that we've been to here in the Figure 8 Frenzy. The transition from the flat Figure 8 to the big banking in the corners is pretty extreme. I would imagine, especially here in the MX-5s, that is probably fairly difficult to navigate. These cars, in my remembrance, tend to get pretty loose and tight at different times. I would imagine the banking not going to help things here. Also curious when we're actually going to go green and where this pace car is going to pull off. This is my first soiree at a Figure 8 here at Slinger. Pace car is pulling off. And the green flag waves. Barney the flag man waves the green. We are away. Nate Siefker out front first. Good battle here for third. That's Cody Claiborne. Dakota DeMade going at it. Claiborne will take that spot for now. Now Zach Flaum fighting for the lead. Contact with Siefker. Trying to undercut. Now gets underneath. Oh, a big shot there from Claiborne. We are rubbing and tugging early here at Slinger. Easy to get each other loose here, putting the bumper to somebody, especially in this car in particular. But you can beat and bang pretty good. You see Corey Rutherford, he doesn't want to take any chances. Stops well ahead of everybody else there, coming across traffic. There goes through Daniel Smith on Steven Thompson. Oh, Zach Flaum has had a problem. Zach Flaum up into the wall. Gonna drop a bunch of positions there, and he goes around again. Our famed hot dog connoisseur. He goes. There goes Rowan. Oh, my. It's going down all of a sudden. Cody Claiborne's around as well. James Watson. He's found his way to the infield. Oh, my goodness. Everybody is everywhere. Schlosser's now off. I don't think it's taken long for these tires to get to a temperature that they do not like. And everybody is already starting to feel it. Of course, beating and banging with each other definitely does not help either. Oh, huge contact! Watson goes for a massive spin. I'm not sure who that was. Dakota DeMade down pit road here. That was a massive impact. Oh my goodness. Somebody is stopped in the middle. That was Corey Rutherford, just got absolutely blasted. Was stopped in the middle of the intersection. That car, I think, has probably seen better days. I'm taking a little bit of a stab at the dark. Half of the field is not on the track right now. Oh, and Siefker has a problem now as well. He's down pit road. Meatballs for all of these drivers. Wow. We thought the jump last week was going to be the most hectic race. Turns out it's Slinger. I'm wondering if wheels getting knocked out is giving meatball flags. Feel like that could potentially be the case. Steven Thompson well out front right now. Matt Schlosser, the other driver on the lead lap. After that, Rowan Carnavon, 1 lap down. And second gap back to Siefker, who is 2 laps down, I believe. There's Schlosser just in front in second. Thompson's in the blue and white. 24! And there goes Dakota. Oh, man, Dakota. For this being Dakota Series, he has had it rough. We are less than 5 minutes into this race, and it has all gone kablooey already. That's really all you could say. Oh, my goodness. There's another impact. I think Peter Donchak going to have to take a tow. Here comes Nate Siefker. Siefker from the top 5. You can see that left front wheel hardly moving at all. He's going to have to come down pit road. Rowan coming down pit road as well. Boy. I mean, these figure 8 races have always been wars of attrition. This one, more than the others, and we're only 5 minutes in, is definitely going to be who can go to pit road the least. I'm wondering if they're getting meatballs from getting onto the banking at bad angles and knocking the wheels out. We're going to maybe pull up a driver and see if we can figure that out. We're going to pull up Dakota DeMade here in just a moment. Dakota, it's Matt in the booth.
Hi.
Tough sledding for you so far.
Yes.
It seems at one point everybody except for 2 cars was down pit road. What's going on here? Is the banking like knocking wheels out of alignment and forcing a meatball, or is it just contact with each other? What's happening here?
So this cross section here is a little bit more narrow than Irwindale. So there's a little bit more rubbing and tugging. And then I had a 50-second stop and hold because I got spun in the middle and went the wrong way on the track. Oh my gosh,
that was Watson that just got absolutely blasted. And you're absolutely right. Rubbing and tugging is at a premium here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get any cleaner. Oh God, there's more crashing.
Oh my goodness.
So
we've also introduced rain again here this race, which is just I would imagine that grass infield is just an absolute muddy mess. As here comes race leader Stephen Thompson down pit road with a meatball.
And banking and water also don't make for a good mix. So yeah, this is pretty chaotic, and it's going to stay that way for quite a while.
Well, we're looking forward to 23 more minutes of this absolute chaos.
Me too.
Go kick some butt out there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Dakota DeMay. Nate Siefker down pit road again here. So Matt Schlosser has now taken over the lead from Stephen Thompson. Thompson still scored in second for right now, making his way out of pit road. Sometimes timing and scoring on these figure eights can be a little bit wonky, so we'll make sure that he is where timing and scoring says he is, as there's Schlosser side by side with Watson. And Thompson indeed scored in second, but a large margin behind Schlosser. He's a lap and a half down right now, 46 seconds. So that's Thompson, has a lot of time to make up. Zach Flaum, after early trouble, has fought his way back to third. Is this a Vienna beef? It is. It is Vienna beef. I saw the V and I just had to assume. Well, we do have some trivia questions to ask throughout the night here, and a couple of them may have to do with some beef. What kind of beef? You're going to have to wait to find out. This is a great battle, actually, for a position. This is Dakota trying to make a pass on Cody Claiborne. This is for 4th place. You can see up there at the top, timing and scoring, Thompson 2 laps down. These drivers 5 laps down that we're watching at the moment. Oh, and here comes Schlosser, and Schlosser has trouble getting onto pit road. Is going to lose a ton of time as a result. Having a really, oh my goodness, he can't turn left. He cannot turn left. He may have to tow, and he does. Matt Schlosser from the lead has to tow down pit road. Stephen Thompson takes back over the lead. Stephen Thompson asked for some trivia questions, but he did say, I can do trivia if my race isn't entertaining. Does he consider a 50-second lead an entertaining race? Not sure. I think we're going to find out.
Oh, you're cursed.
Here's current race leader Stephen Thompson in the booth. Everybody's had trouble here tonight. You've had the least of it for right now. How are we feeling about the rain here at Slinger?
Well, I'm waiting for you to shut up because the more you keep talking, the more you're going to commentate or curse me. I'm about to get T-boned by 2 cars on the intersection every single time through. As soon as you pulled me in, I saw my imminent death in front of me. It is a pond in the middle of the track, and I don't know anyone driving straight right now because you're off throttle a lot and you're just gliding. Kind of work the track up the hill, glide through the middle, and keep the car straight. It's concerning.
So we're going to have to put skis on the wheels next time rather than rubber. That sounds good. You've brought this upon yourself a little bit. I know you said if your race wasn't entertaining, you're available for questions and trivia. But, I mean, you have over a minute of a lead here. So I don't think it's that entertaining. We're going to go ahead and get to a trivia question for you here. And this is in the geography category. The question for you is, what is the largest city west of the Mississippi that starts with the letter C?
Gosh,
And I'll give you a hint. It's a 2-word city.
Carson City.
That is incorrect.
Oh, sad. It's probably something. No, actually. Why was I about to say Colorado Rapids? Probably something Colorado related, maybe.
It is. Do you know what that second word is?
Colorado Springs?
That is correct on the second guess. I'll give it to you.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's just about to die. Alrighty, well, we asked him one question. We'll go ahead and let you get back at it here.
Well, before you send me away, I have one for you.
Okay.
Also sports and geography related. Very similar to the one you asked. There are, I believe, 6 major cities west of the Mississippi that have all 4 major sports teams: NHL, NFL, MLB, and NFL. Sorry, not NFL. I said that twice. NBA. What are they? So I'll leave you with that question. And as I spin out across the intersection.
All right, we're gonna ponder this with the chat. We'll let you go ahead and get back to your race. Hopefully, don't get absolutely plowed in the intersection here. But good luck for the rest of the race.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Alrighty, folks, for you in the chat, you heard him. Question: there are 6 cities west of the Mississippi with all 4 major sports programs: NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB. What are they? I'm not going to put my 2 cents in yet. Oh, because I'm still trying to commentate on this race. Steven himself just about got wiped out. You heard him say that they were just sliding through the intersection because of all the standing water. And Corey Rutherford did just that in front of your leader. Wow, look at this big group. Zach Flaum through to 4th. That's Daniel Smith, Dakota DeMade, all right here together. And Matt Schlosser as well, although Schlosser is a lap ahead of those other drivers. But these other 3 cars, the black 95, the turn 200 car, that's Dakota. Oh no! Dakota, he gets absolutely shoved into your leader. That's Steven Thompson around hard. Thompson may have a meatball, may have a slowdown penalty. We're going to find out if he's able to continue. Still a big buffer back to Cody Claiborne, who sits in 2nd. Claiborne is well over a minute behind. Oh, and Daniel Smith has gotten it pretty bad as well. Matt Schlosser has to go down pit road. Thompson has not come down pit road. No slowdown penalty, no meatball flag. He has gotten lucky, ladies and gentlemen. Lucky to be able to continue without having to head to the awkward pit road entrance. Oh boy, he gets spun out there by DeMade. Both of them trying to slow down, but so difficult to do that with all of the standing water. I mean, look at the standing water here. He was not kidding. It is a pond in the middle of Slinger right now. Justin Michael always says you just need to fill in some specific racetracks that he doesn't like. We're about to turn this one into a lake. So Claiborne gains about 20 seconds. That's about 1 lap that Claiborne has gained, but still about 2 laps down. There goes Zach Flaum. Zach Flaum spun off of turn number 4 and now loses that position to Dakota DeMade. DeMade up to 3rd. Oh, wow. Corey Rutherford. Rutherford's around. Oh, my goodness. There goes Siefker. An absolute slider through the intersection. Oh, Zach Flaum, big problems. I believe that was with Smith. Oh, I take that back. That was not Smith. May have been Donchak. Let's go ahead. Zach Flaum is just in the middle of chaos right now. What does it look like from... Oh, and Flaum's going to have to go down pit road. So we're going to go to Dakota DeMade instead. Oh, a huge impact right in front. Everybody's trying to slow down to not hit each other, but they're just sliding right through the intersection. It might be doing more harm than good. Unbelievable. 4 drivers currently in the pits. A huge lead for Thompson still, 55 seconds. Although make some contact there with Siefker coming out of the pits. Donchak has had a tough time here tonight. I think Donchak is maybe 30 laps down here. Was out of the race earlier. Now back on the track. 35 laps down scoring. Oh, Thompson has a problem. Thompson down pit road. I believe maybe a drive, some sort of penalty potentially. Nope, he is stopping. Not sure exactly what it's for. You saw the damage get fixed there. But Cody Claiborne, that is all it takes. Claiborne now in the lead. Thompson has to come down pit road. Claiborne goes to the lead, but not by much. Thompson only 6 seconds behind your current race leader, and Claiborne struggling through turns 3 and 4 here, sliding way up the racetrack. Thompson closing in little by little here. Oh, Claiborne just about gets turned by Corey Rutherford. Claiborne trying to take it easy, but it's so difficult with this standing water. Oh, Thompson gets slowed down big time down there out of 4. Tried to go underneath of Daniel Smith, but too slow through that section. Gives up some time there to the leader. Now Claiborne is slow. I'm not sure if he was just waiting. There wasn't many people crossing there, but really slow through the intersection. Gives up a lot of time. Thompson within 4 seconds again. Let's go to the cockpit of Thompson here, trying to close in on Claiborne. Oh my goodness, look at the wheel input. Claiborne is right in front in that white and pink car. But look at him just sliding, completely sliding through the turns. So much oversteer, it's almost like they're racing on a dirt track. Look at the counter steer. Oh, a huge impact for Thompson. That's Corey Rutherford. That is likely a meatball here for Steven Thompson. When you're coming up with the standing water, you just cannot get slowed down. And there he heads up the hill, having trouble turning, though. Thompson going to lose a ton of time here. I believe DeMade will get through to second. He does that lap around. But is one lap, or at least almost one lap behind your leader. You can see Claiborne in that pink and white car just behind the Turn 200 vehicle. That's your race leader. DeMade, not quite a lap down, but close. And where is Thompson back out on the racetrack, but more problems for Steven Thompson. I'm not even sure where he's at on the racetrack, if he got hit. I'm not sure. He's trying to get turned around. But that might be the end of it for Steven Thompson. He's going to need some luck. Oh, and he doesn't have a wheel on his right front wheel is completely gone here. He is going to have to tow. Actually, you saw it flop a little bit there. That's going to be a tow to the pits. The race for Thompson may very well be over. That means Zach Flaum gets through to third. But, oh my goodness, huge impact there for DeMade. That was with, I'm not sure who that was with. Oh, that was with Rowan. So DeMade now having to come down pit road. He was catching Claiborne, but Claiborne in the clear once again. 6.5 minutes remain for Cody Claiborne to bring this one home. Just has to keep it clean. I know I say that like it's easy, because obviously everybody has been in major incidents here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up Claiborne and see what he has to say. Here's the man that probably doesn't want to be interviewed right now. Out front in the lead with 6 minutes remaining. It's Cody Claiborne. Boy, this has been an interesting race, to say the least. I think we're trying to make Slinger a lake in the middle right now.
It's already like, oh god. It's, you know, the throttle does nothing here. Oh, wait. Oh god. It's just surviving out here right now. We're all in the swimming pool, and it's just doing laps.
Well, it's been interesting to see the cockpit view of all the counter steering that's happening. It looks like you all are racing on a dirt track here at this point.
Oh, absolutely. And I forgot to bind this windshield wiper, so it's a little visibility's low right now.
Well, you got 5 minutes left to do it. You just have to keep it clean. Everybody has been taken out at some point, probably multiple times. I mean, just survive. Is there anything else you can do other than just try and keep it straight?
Keep your eyes really far forward. It's mostly about avoiding everyone else and not them avoiding you.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. We'll let you get to it here. The last 4.5 minutes remain. Bring it on home.
Thank you.
All right, that's your race leader, Cody Claiborne. They have no say in whether they're getting interviewed, by the way. If they're in the room, they are open for being interviewed. That's why the leaders have been brought up twice. Oh, my gosh, a huge impact. Look at Claiborne. Oh, no. Claiborne, evasive maneuver, is slow through the intersection, but avoids major incident. That is exactly what the leader was talking about. And one of those drivers that was in the incident, second place, Zach Flaum, another lap down now. The chips are starting to fall the way of Cody Claiborne. The next driver that will come into second place would be Dakota DeMade, but Dakota is, I believe, 4 or 5 laps down at this point. Claiborne with a 5-lap advantage over second. Now we've seen them disappear quickly. Claiborne just has to keep himself off of pit road, and this one is as good as his. DeMade officially to second. Thompson well behind. Thompson is in 4th. Flaum still holds 3rd place. Here's battle for position. Nate Siefker and Corey Rutherford going at it. This is for 6th place. Oh, big contact there between the both of them. Siefker goes through. Rutherford has struggled here tonight. And there goes DeMade around Claiborne, getting 1 lap back, but still 4 laps behind with only 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Not much here going on for position. It has just been a pure survival race. By the way, I believe I have 4 of those cities in the question that Stephen Thompson asked. Trying to come up with a couple before we will likely pull him into the booth just for a little fun trivia. We got some trivia questions for some of the others as well. But I got a couple more that I'd like to ask him. I think he'll at least know the answer to one of them. Wow, look at that. 4 cars across the intersection right in front of your leader. Claiborne is able to navigate magnificently. All things starting to look up. The way of the 31 has to thread the needle, floss it between 2 of them. Cody Claiborne is the floss between the teeth of the RIL drivers here tonight. Oh no! Claiborne, huge impact, only 20 seconds left. Corey Rutherford absolutely smashes into the 31. Does Claiborne have a meatball? Does Claiborne have a slowdown? And how will it affect the final standings if he crosses the checkered flag with the damage. The timer is at 0. Claiborne, another big impact with Thompson. Claiborne absolutely fighting for his life. Getting ready to cross, start, finish, but will he have a penalty to serve? I don't know. Claiborne crosses the line in first. There's DeMade in second. I think DeMade's still a couple of laps down, but Claiborne should still be deemed the winner of this race, but I'm sure his heart has to be absolutely pounding. It almost got stolen away from Claiborne there, right at the very end. But he is able to weather the storm. He's trying to do a burnout, but he got stuck in the grass, and that just did not work. Wow, what a race. An absolute pond in the middle of Slinger. Drivers not even able to control the cars. Multiple told me that the throttle does absolutely nothing for them, just trying to use the banking to get themselves across the intersection. Let's go ahead and get to the finishing order here, and then we'll get some driver interviews going. These are your official final results from Week 3 of the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy at Slinger in the MX-5. Cody Claiborne is your winner. The Choose Cone wins the race here this evening. Gotta love it. Great race for Claiborne. Stayed out of the thick of it. Dakota DeMade brings it home in second. Zach Flaum rounds out your podium there in third. Tough night for Steven Thompson. Brought him into the booth, asked a question. He asked us some trivia, and not long after, things went south. Thompson scored 9 laps down in fourth. Daniel Smith rounds out the top 5. Nate Siefker at 6th. Corey Rutherford, we saw him all over the racetrack, comes home in 7th. Matt Schlosser 8th. Rowan Carnarvon 9th. Peter Donchek in 10th, and James Watson 65 laps down there at 11th. I think pulled out of the race pretty early on there. Alrighty, folks, let's get to some interviews here. We'll see who's still with us. And it turns out Steven Thompson has left the chat. Was hoping to get another word in with him to get some trivia in there for him. However, we are going to pull up your third place finisher. That is Zach Flaum. My goodness. How do you even describe this one tonight?
Wet. I'm going to say it was wet. It was a lot of standing water. And I'm sure all y'all know that if you try to turn in standing water, it goes straight. And that was a lot of what happened tonight.
Certainly does. Saw a lot of counter steering, attempted counter steering, I guess I should say.
It wasn't very successful.
Everybody out there looking like they're dirt tracking it here around Slinger. We talked to Claiborne earlier. He said you just have to hope and pray that you go straight and don't hit anybody. Was there anything else that you could do to make it happen here tonight?
The biggest thing was if you took the corners on the outside, like the corners on the outside were fine. It was hardest driving straight. Like you could not drive down the middle at any kind of speed. And if it was too wide entering the straightaways, it was like you're just bound to get hit, at least from fishtailing or whatever. So maybe just trying to be a little bit more decisive with some moves, but I'll take a third place.
Well, I'm sure it was interesting there in the cockpit. I do have a trivia question to ask you here. I see you got the Vienna beef, so this might be a little taboo asking this question. But your question here tonight is, what is the Nathan's Hot Dog World Record? And the time limit is 10 minutes to eat as many hot dogs as you want. What is the record?
Oh, I think it's like 76.
Right on the money. Look at that. Zach
I don't know what
Baum
that
hits
says
it.
about me, but I think
76 hot dogs is the record. Wow.
I mean, Joey Chestnut, national hero, Indiana icon, the greatest to ever do it.
That's it. That's all there is to it. Love it. Get some shout outs here for you before we let you go.
I mean, shout outs to you guys. I wish Tommy could have been here tonight, but I'm sure you held down the fort swell. And then shout outs to Dakota for, once again, the idiocy that this is and putting it on, and for RIL for being the one to sponsor it and all that good stuff. And check out Echo Blade on Steam. You guys know the deal.
Alrighty, partner. Well, congrats on the third place here tonight. Looked like you guys had a blast out there. We'll see you next week.
Yep, sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
Alrighty, folks. That was third place finisher Zach Flaum. And now we are going to pull in your second place finisher, who we talked to a little bit earlier, and that is Dakota DeMade. Wow, when we interviewed you earlier in the race, things were looking pretty poor. I think you may have been in 9th or 10th place, but you turned things around here to get to second.
I did. I felt pretty good when the rain came out. Surprisingly, it felt pretty good to kind of just take a high arc into that into the turns and then just go full send, and whatever happens. So, yeah, if I just didn't get that penalty, I think I would have finished on the same lap as Cody, and that could have been something there. But yeah, I'm just happy to finish, so I'll take it.
I can imagine it was a water park out there for sure. I think you might need to get some fishing tackle before we come here the next time. Well, I asked Zach Flaum a trivia question here tonight, so we're going to ask you one sort of in the same vein. How many hot dogs do Americans consume on the 4th of July? And I will tell you, it's in the millions.
Okay, so there's like 400 million Americans. I'm gonna assume everyone eats an average of 3 hot dogs. Subtract the vegans. I'm gonna go with 600 million.
I love the out loud thinking and the math. That's a great guess, but it's a little bit less than that. 150 million is the answer. So apparently not everybody partakes in Hot Dog Day.
Huh, okay.
Well,
that's good to know. Very fun.
Thanks for participating in the trivia.
Of
Let's
course.
get some shout outs here for you.
Yeah, I shout out to everyone, Nate, Zach, James, Steven, Cody, Daniel, Matt, Rowan, Corey, Peter, for joining the Figure 8 Frenzy. This was fun and chaotic, and I'm happy for next week to cap it all off with the Jumpy Trucks at Jumpy Irwindale, which is going to be even crazier, I think, because I think a lot of people will show up for that one. So shout out to all of them. And of course, Sunset Arctic Games, that's my company right now. I have 2 games that are still on sale on the Steam Summer Sale, Echo Blade and Photic Pistol. You can check them out right now. I think the sale ends in like 3 or 4 days or something. So yeah, check it out now. And that's all I got.
You are correct. July 11th is the end of the Steam Summer Sale. So get your Sunset Arctic Games while you can on sale. Well, congrats on the second place, buddy. We will, I'm sure, talk to you next week for some more rubbing and tugging.
Yes, I hope so.
Alrighty. Here he is. It just about got taken away from him. It was looking rough there, that final lap. I'm sure the heartbeat was absolutely through the roof, but Cody Claiborne comes away your winner here in week number 3.
Yeah, it was a rough one out there. Couldn't turn at the end, but somehow managed to bring it home.
Well, things were looking really good for you when we talked to you with just about 4.5 minutes left. Right there within, like, I don't know, there were only 30 seconds left on the timer, I think, and you got hit twice right in the intersection. I mean, what goes through your mind? Was it just pure panic, or are you kind of calm, cool, and collected in that moment?
Oh, it's just go forward, go forward, go forward. I had the white flag by that point, so I was just like, I just gotta limp this thing across the line.
Well, you limped it across, and you limped it across well. Congrats on the win here tonight. Let's get some shout-outs for you, and then I got a trivia question to ask you before we let you go.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Dakota for putting this on. Obviously, Turner 200 doing an awesome job at broadcasting and everything, and RIL for letting this madness happen.
Well, we're glad you came out for it, and you brought the win home, so congratulations. This is kind of a tough trivia question, but since 4th of July was last week, we're asking hot dog questions here. I asked Dakota, how many hot dogs do Americans consume on the 4th of July? The answer is 150 million. My question to you is, how many miles in hot dogs is 150 million hot dogs?
That is... I'm gonna guess like 55 miles.
The answer, 14,204 miles.
Oh, you said million. Yeah, I guess that checks out. That's a lot of hot dogs.
You could go one way from New York to Los Angeles 5 times with that many hot dogs.
That's too many hot dogs.
Alrighty. Well, congrats again on the win. Sorry, I kind of put you in a compromising position there. That was a tough trivia question, but thank you for participating, and thanks for coming out. Congrats on the win, Cody.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it. Cody Claiborne, winner here at Slinger in the MX-5s. I think we need to rename this race to the Waterworks 75, or however many laps we did here tonight. It was a wet one, much more wet than it was at Irwindale the first week. And like Dakota said, you are not going to want to miss next week. That is for sure. I don't even know what they call them. Championship trucks, the Pro 2s. Is it Pro 2 Lights, I think? It's either Pro 2s or Pro 2 Lights next week. At the jump at Irwindale, once again, those trucks can really beat and bang with each other. That is going to be one that you will not want to miss. So make sure that you are here for that next Monday. I believe we're doing same starting time. We did a little bit of a later start here tonight. I do believe that is going to be the case again. So it should be roughly 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern when the green flag drops. If you're wanting to race in the race, the session opens just a half hour before. Neil Usher, that one is for you. But shout out to the Lush, Crusher Lusher, Goodleaf, and Lucas Ward for being here in the chat. Stephen Thompson left here early. For his trivia question, I came up with Dallas, Los Angeles, Denver, and I think Phoenix is still being considered that because the Coyotes, I think, are moving, but haven't yet. Not sure. There's still 2 more out there I couldn't think of while I was trying to broadcast as well. But if you know them, drop them in the comments or the chat live here if you have them. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Coming up tomorrow night, it's the Venom Truck Series. And the Venom Truck Series is going to be at Michigan. And this is a very long title, so let me just go ahead and read it for you. It is the Little Caesars is Good, I Don't Care What You Say 180, presented by JK Gaming. It's 90 laps around Michigan tomorrow night. That's going to be a fun one. I think Tommy's supposed to be back, but don't hold me to that. I think his schedule has changed a couple of times throughout the last couple of weeks, but I think he is supposed to be back. But if he's not, I apologize. You'll just get me once again. Wednesday, nothing yet. The Daredevil Series will not be having a recruitment race, but the Daredevil Series will be starting very, very soon. If you're interested in participating, hop in the Discord, get your entry in. It is going to be an awesome time here for Season 5 of the Daredevil Series. Will not want to miss it. And then Thursday night, Maximum Velocity Truck Series, they are back, and they are going to be at Pocono. The Tricky Triangle, that one's a fun one. Trucks always put on a great show, especially that group of guys. They are going to put on a hell of a show for you, so do not want to miss Thursday either. The Sunday Top Split Strength of Field PMR race is going off on Sunday as well. Apologies, neither me or Tommy were home last night or last afternoon. Yesterday, so there will be a tape delay coming out in the morning again as well for this last week. No spoilers for you there. You'll have to watch the broadcast to figure that out. And then we'll have a live broadcast for you on Sunday as well. And then we're right back here on Monday to round out the championship, the 4th week for the Figure 8 Frenzy. Again, Pro 2 lights at the Irwindale Jump. Gonna be a heck of a show for you. Not gonna want to miss it. That's gonna do it for us here tonight. Again, thanks to Crusher Lusher, Goodleaf, and Lucas Ward for being here with us tonight. You guys take it easy, and we will see you tomorrow night for the Venom Truck Series. Congratulations to Cody Claiborne taking the win here tonight at the lake at Slinger.
This has been a live broadcast on Turn 200. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of when we go live next. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.